Welcome to myprojectbazaar.com, where we discuss about the process disclosing climatic change patterns using adaptive Markov chain pattern detection method. So let me see about the process disclosing climatic change pattern using an adaptive Markov chain pattern detection method. So in this process, initially the input is the climatic change data that we have collected. So for first, the data collection is the main process in this project. So initially the weather data is collected for few specific days, and the values were saved as saved. So these features were used as the training features. The collected data were used as the training features. Then we are going to find any one of the correctly identified we are going to find the pattern of the specific day. For that we are giving the weather pattern data for a particular day. So initially we are pre-processing the training data by replacing the empty values which is present in the by replacing the empty variables present in the training data by using the mean of the neighboring values. And then after that we are identifying the pattern by clustering the training data into some groups. After that the test data is given, and the equivalent distance measures between the pattern of the two training and the testing data was measured, and we are specifying a threshold. So the values if the equivalent distance values will come within a specific range, then the day is classified as normal day, and within another specific range, then the day is classified as dry day, rainy day, cyclone, storm, like that. So we have specifying separate threshold for each of the specific categories, and we are identifying the process. Here this is the flow of the process disclosing climatic change patterns using an adaptive Markov chain pattern detection method. So in this initially first data is collected. So the climatic data in a city is collected for about some particular durations. The daily latitude points, longitude points, and the factors like that were calculated, and the values were sorted, and that is the data that we have collected. And then from that we are selecting some specific climatic factors, and then we are grouping into we are doing the operation pre-processing. So here pre-processing refers to the replacement of the empty variables which is present in the training data. So for that we are finding where those empty variables were found. So for that only we are grouping into a particular range, and then we are calculating the mean and replace them, and the result is saved as the train data. And when the query data is given, then we are recognizing the patterns by using the Markov chain model, and then we are comparing the query data recognized pattern and train data recognized pattern using the equivalent distance measured. So while we are measuring the equivalent distance, we will got some distance metric. So and based on that we are specifying a threshold, and we are comparing it with that threshold. And if the input data is within some range, then it is displayed as something, and if it is different range, then it is different as something. So we are classifying the patterns to storm, cyclone, normal day, dry day, rainy day, like that. So we are classifying the input weather data that we have got based on the pattern recognized, and comparing it with the equivalent distance measure. Let me discuss about the running procedure of the process disclosing climatic change patterns using an adaptive Markov chain pattern detection method. So if you want to run the code, select the file main1.m, which is located in the source code folder. Right click it and click on run file. You will get a guide window which is needed in order to run the code. So in this first we have to load the train data. So this train data will be in the Excel sheet, and it contains some climatic change values belonging to some 1000 data. and the data were loaded and they are displayed here. Then after that we are arranging the train data. Here arranging means pre-processing operation, that is we are removing the non empty values in the present in the data. So here in the fifth row there were some empty values, so were replaced by the mean of the neighboring values, and after that this window will be opened. Then you have to give any one of the query data which is present in this. So this contains some data, so you can give any one of the values. First initially the data is plotted so that we can know what are the values present in the data, and then after that what are we doing means we are finding the pattern of the weather which is present in the data. So for that first we have to initially cluster the input data based on the uh, based on some Markov. We have to identify the pattern based on some Markov chain models, and then also we have to cluster the patterns. So initially we are clustering the patterns. So this is the clusters are computing. This process is going on. So for that we have to wait for some time. Here the data were clustered and some results. Here this is the clustered result. So the input data is clustered. Each color represents each color represents each category of the data that we have specified. So the input day is classified as a normal day, and also we have plotted a bar graph based on the values which are present in the input data, and these values were displayed on the bar graph as well as so we are identifying the pattern of the day that we have specified. So this may be that may contain any one of the rainy day or any storm occurrence, like that any one of the values can come. So based on that we are identifying the pattern of the. So when we look at this day is classified as a rainy day. So like that we can give storm, rainy day, normal day, dry day, like that, and we have identified the pattern of the weather using Markov pattern model.